What is the best way to become proficient in AI? Well, my 2 cents is start doing it. But a little bit of theory doesn't harm at all. And that's why today myself and Michelle are gonna cover the top AI courses of 2022. And where do we start? Well, we start from the place where it all started, like many years ago, Stanford University. So, Michelle, why don't you tell us a little bit more about this artificial intelligence certification program by Stanford? What is it all about?
So this is a program that you can do after you do your bachelor's or even sometimes your master's, especially if you studied something that doesn't relate in any way to AI or technology, but you come from like engineering. If you come from a technical background, but not in AI, basically, and you want to make that jump. So it's ideal for computer programming, for language programming students, and of course, software engineers who eventually want to make that shift and actually work in AI further on. Yeah, so basically what happens is you can earn an AI certification from Stanford, and the course is taught by Andrew Nang. So he's very famous in AI, and it's really well conducted. So some of the course topics that they cover is of course machine learning, knowledge representation, logic and probabilistic models, robotics, NLP, and of course visual learning. And upon completion, you're actually able and you're eligible to apply for jobs in AI programming, in robotic engineering, anything that's like AI related. Of course, if you're applying into entry jobs, so you're able to really up your profile then.
Interesting. And then there's another bunch of courses that we identified in the, let's say, commercial platforms. One of them is Udemy. I think the real proposition here is that if there is an app, if there are videos that are easily accessible, and maybe even a bit a bit less challenging with less
Hmm.
theory, look, you can really consume that content when you're on the go, when you're traveling, when you are training, when you're on the sofa, you're fed up with Netflix. So these are the type of courses that are a little bit more accessible. And I'm talking about one in particular called Artificial Intelligence AZ. Again, this is Udemy. Very little prerequisites, basic knowledge of Python, high school in mathematics, and we're talking about 16, 20 hours of course. I think it's something that you should consider if you want to have another perspective on AI and, more broadly speaking, deep learning. What about the Coursera equivalent, Michelle? Tell us a little bit more about it.
Okay, so there's a course on Coursera. So it's called AI for Everyone. So it's offered by Andrew Nang, actually, of Stanford
Huh.
University. So if you can't commit to the one at Stanford, if you can't pay for the one at Stanford, we've got you covered. You go to Coursera, and this one has no prerequisites at all. But if you're just curious and you want to be more informed, AI is becoming a part of our lives every day, even if you're working in law, even if you're working in healthcare. Really, it's good to know and understand these things. So the course is very, very short. It's only 6 hours. And upon completion, you also have the option, because it's attached to like different other courses, and you can continue on and really study AI more in depth. So it's like a good teaser and a first taster of like, would you like to be in artificial intelligence?
Cool. And then there's IBM, right?
Hmm.
The good old IBM that is providing an AI certification. As an institution, I have really nothing to say about IBM. It speaks for itself. And I would trust them in doing a good job in teaching AI. This is a 7 months with 4 hours a week course, so it's a little bit more challenging. I imagine a little bit less flexible, but
Hmm.
yes, there's a minimal knowledge experience, minimal coding experience required. And it seems like obviously their certification will tie you or your skill sets to the IBM machine learning and machine learning and AI services, which are excellent when it comes to natural language processing, translation, etc. This is something that if you are already in the IBM ecosystem, if you're already working with IBM technology, this could be the solution and the course for you. Michelle, we are most done. Thank you for selecting these four courses for our audience. I think that there are many others, but
Hmm.
yeah, if you want our honest opinion, these are the ones that really shine, and they will be linked in the description below, right, Michelle?
Yes.
Well, thank you, everybody, and we'll see you next week.